Looks like something weird is going on in our house. We should check it out.
Look, who would be knocking on our house this late anyway? I thought Mikey and JJ weren't coming till tomorrow.
Something tells me we'd better get as far away from the door as possible. In fact, let's just hide.
Mikey, it looks like something very strange has happened at our house, so we need to check it out as soon as possible. And look, we even got a door kicked in, which means something happened to our girls.
I can't believe someone would break into our house. But why would they do that? As far as I know, there's nothing cool or expensive in our house. So the burglar had a very different agenda.
No.
And is it really the girls?
Look, there are a large number of different clues on the floor, and I think if we label them all, it'll make it a lot easier to figure out where we're going. So we should get to work, Mikey. I'm gonna find the culprit.
I agree with you. We can't just turn a blind eye to everything that's happened here. And it's a good thing we have an evidence marker. It'll help us get this done quickly. And you'll get started?
Yeah, let me start marking up the evidence. I'm used to doing it fast after all. And I think the first thing we should do is mark the sword. I shudder to think what our girls might have suffered from this attack. I mean, they're weak.
I'm just gonna hope they're okay. Because if anything happens to them, I'm gonna find and destroy the burglar. Although I think that's what we're gonna do. The most important thing is to figure out where he went.
Don't worry, I think we'll figure it out somehow.
Seriously?
I mean, he left a lot of footprints on the road. By the way, there's even a gun here, and that's the dangerous part. Why would he want so much stuff for our house?
This burglar probably didn't just come to our house, but he was only able to fight back here. And by the way, I think you should also mark the mask as evidence, because we didn't have that item in our house. And that's it?
Yeah, looks like we're out of evidence at our house. Although even this much should be enough for me to figure out where the bandit went, as long as he doesn't have any more weapons.
Hey! What if we get ready and get more weapons too? Although I don't think we have time to just sit around the house. So why don't you and I go straight to the search and rescue of the girls?
You're right. We don't have time to mine resources and build weapons. And you know, I think we can do it quickly. So this adventure will definitely be quick and easy.
By the way, don't you think we should just follow the trail around our house?
Look, it looks like we may have found a very strange hole. And something tells me it's never been there before. So let's go down carefully and see what we can find.
JJ, don't you think this place looks more like a trap? In that case, we'd better keep our eyes open. Because at any moment, someone could drop us down there.
What the?
Mikey, you were right after all. I'm in so much pain, which means I got a text from that strange man, and I didn't even realize who it was, because all I saw was a black silhouette. Now I gotta get out of here as fast as I can, and to do that, I need Mikey's help.
JJ, what happened to us? Although I seem to realize we've been dropped into a hole, and I told you this place looks like a trap. So now we have to do something. Do you have a plan?
Actually, I thought we could just climb up and get out of this hole.
Seriously?
But the problem is, there's too few ledges in this pit, so we can't just climb up, and making a pickaxe would take too long.
And you do realize we're not the first ones here, right? Because I see several bodies lying on the ground. In fact, there's even iron bars, and I don't know what we're gonna use to break them down.
Look, breaking the bars won't be a problem for us.
Really?
Because we got dynamite right here. And it's really weird, because who would want us to be able to get away? So I'm just gonna have to think about...
You think once we escape, we're gonna be hunted down? Then all we can do is just sit here. But I'm still willing to take the risk, because we can't just sit here for that long without doing anything.
I agree. We should at least give it a try. And look at the amount of explosives in here. I think if we activate everything in here, there won't be anything left of the pit. So we should be careful.
I think we'll get it right. So why don't you just put on all the gear we have?
Boom.
And by the way, we even have a pickaxe now. So we're definitely gonna be able to get out of here.
I really hope no one comes running to us after we set off the explosions. And listen to me carefully. We need to get to the girls as soon as possible and save them. Otherwise, it's all for nothing.
Okay, I hear you. But if things do go wrong, we're gonna have to fight. And I think you're gonna be a lot better at it than I am. So I'll just distract the enemy if I have to.
Look, we finally made it out, and I thought there'd be a lot of security right away. But there's no one here at all. So I think we can take our time because no one's coming here anyway.
But it's even cooler that way. Because now we can go gently forward and take our time. And by the way, There's a lot of drawers, so we might as well see what's in them. Maybe we'll get lucky.
You're right, we can check something out here. But I don't think our tests are over yet, because there's another door ahead of us, and I really hope we can open it quickly. And by the way, why are there so many guillotines?
Am I right in thinking that we're in some kind of safe deposit box right now? Except what's so valuable? Although I think this strange black silhouette might be gathering people. And then that would be just awful.
Oh no! That's what it looked like to me too. But I keep thinking it's just a door to get through. And since we're in this pit the wrong way, we should be able to open it easily.
Well, open that safe quickly, and let's go see what's in there. Although, you know, I think I'd rather not see it. Because there's people in flasks and villagers in here, but what's the point?
Sounds like someone very evil is conducting human experiments, and I can't let that happen. By the way, I understand our girls are part of his experiments too, so we need to save them as soon as possible.
Except how are we going to do it? Are you sure if we just break this flask, our girls will come to their senses? Yes. I'd check what's down the hallway.
All right, let's move on. And something tells me we're gonna keep seeing different experiences, because there's obviously a crazy doctor living here. But how come no one's arrested him yet?
If only I'd known earlier what was going on here. I feel so sorry for all the villagers, but there's nothing I can do about it now, because until we take out the main enemy, nothing will change.
Mikey, get in the closet. I take it this is the same man who threw us in the pit, and he looks even scarier now than he did before, so I definitely don't want to fight him just yet.
I'm so scared now. What if that monster still opens the closet? Then we won't be able to escape. I just believe everything's gonna be okay. And it did. The monster just moved on.
While we have the opportunity, we need to run. And by the way, we've never been able to find a way out of this place. So I think there might be a teleporter in one of the rooms. Well, that explains why no one can find this place.
Then we should definitely go in this room. And look, it's just like you said. There's a teleporter, and if we can hack it, we can go anywhere. Looks like we're gonna have to leave the girls behind for now.
That's cool, but it's been a long time since I've done portal hacking. And this one looks a little too cool, so I'm hoping that we can hack it before that monster gets here.
JJ, I believe you can do it. Look, it looks like we finally got into the laptop program, so now we just have to pass one test. And I even know what to do. JJ, you have to move the cube to the exit.
That's terrible, and I thought it was going to be simple or quick. I ended up having to go through a whole maze. It's a good thing it was just the two of us, because you can tell me where to go.
Just remember, we don't have a lot of time, because if that monster comes back to the teleporter, we're in big trouble. And what if he can just delete us from the laptop like a virus? Then I'd be scared.
Don't worry about it, because I'm sure we can get it done before he gets here.
Really?
And I can guarantee you that. After all, I'm used to running this cube, so we're just gonna have to work as a team.
Well, we've never had a problem with that. And yet this maze is very big, which makes me realize that not everyone can hack this teleporter. That's why no one's ever found this lab.
But you and I are not mere contestants, so we'll definitely be able to pass this test. And then we can tell everyone what we've learned, but I think before we do that, we're gonna have to save the girls.
You're right. There's no telling what that monster could do to them. I'm already so worried about them. But at the same time, I realize there's nothing I can do. And that's the worst part. I mean, if we hadn't just walked up to that pit.
By the way, Mikey, I have some very good news for you, because I'm already at the end of this minigame, so very soon we'll have full access to the portal, and then I think we should head straight back to our house.
If you think it's best, let's just do it, because I'm not waiting any longer to try and destroy this monster. When are we gonna get out of this simulation? I'm tired of standing here.
Don't worry, we're on our way out.
JJ, you were right. We did manage to get access to that teleport. So now all we have to do is get out of this horrible place. But are you sure it's gonna be all right on the other side?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be just the way we want it. So let's you and me be happy later. In the meantime, we need to get out and talk about everything we've seen, and preferably with the police.
You're right. For now, we shouldn't be happy that we just launched a portal, because we still have a lot of work to do. And don't you think there's the sound of footsteps close to us? So let's hurry up and jump into the portal.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. And by the way, do you have any idea how we could stop this monster? 'Cause I don't think there's anything we can do with a simple weapon. Although it's a little early for us to be thinking about that. Looks like we were moved to a specific location after all.
Whoa.
But what is it? Mikey, get up quickly. I take it we found another place where this monster keeps villagers for experiments.
JJ, why are you yelling so loud? I
What
can't
the-
sleep because of you. Wait, where are we? I thought you put a portal marker on our house, but we ended up in jail?
Mhm.
Well, let's just free everyone in here.
Look at the number of villagers here. And I'm
way.
guessing this monster is just stealing them from different villages. So it's already too high a threat level. What have we gotten ourselves into, Mikey?
JJ, we're gonna have to do something to save everyone here. But how are we going to do that? I don't think we can carry that many villagers. So we need to get out first, right?
You're right. There's nothing we can do about these villagers and our girls at all for now. So let's make sure at least we're safe. Except I got a bad feeling about this.
JJ, you see what I see, don't you?
Oh no!
Why did black smoke start appearing behind us?
Ah!
Well, I was finally able to find you.
Whoa!
Well, that's it. Who'd have thought we'd be in jail right after you got
No.
out? How does this monster have so many different structures anyway? He's probably been at it a long time.
Ah!
And I could really use Mikey's help right now, but he's unconscious. So I'm gonna have to get out of this prison on my own. And what's more, I'm gonna have to save Mikey too, which means I'm gonna be spending more time. How am I supposed to get out of this prison anyway?
Yes!
I take it there's no explosives in here, although there is a hole in the wall, so if I jump in, I could end up in another cell and find something there. I'm not gonna be able to do it just like that though,
No.
so I'm gonna have to find another way, and I think I see something unusual. Looks like there's hope for me to get out of this cell after all,
What the-
because I see a chest in there, and if there's a pickaxe or a ladder in there, it's gonna be the best day of my life.
No.
Although who would forget tools like that in here? I can't believe there's been a harpoon lying here all this time. This is exactly what I need. And now I'll definitely be able to get over the wall. But it's still not going to be easy for me because I
Whoa.
don't use a harpoon very often. But it's still better than if I just sat there and didn't try to do anything.
Yes!
Also, I don't think anyone's ever going to come to our house because I don't think that monster's going to care about me and Mikey.
Booyah!
He's more likely to destroy us. And I'm so glad I was able to get in here. Now I'm really excited to see what's in here. I'm not going to find anything cool though, unless I try to dive in and swim in deep. In fact, it's my only option for escape because I couldn't find anything in each of the other cells. So I just have to believe that I can find something in this cell. And apparently, I didn't swim for nothing because there's a treasure here. It's so cool I ended up here. Now I can definitely get out. And that's because there's powder and sand. And those are the key ingredients for dynamite. So my escape is gonna be as loud as the last time I was here. But first, I need to make a workbench and sticks,
Yes!
because without them, I can't do anything fast enough. And I need a shovel too, because I could probably get sand with my hands, but it would take me a lot longer. But first, I should still get the gunpowder together, because there's a lot less of it than sand. But I still think I'm gonna get a lot of blocks of dynamite, so I can get Mikey out of jail too. I also hope that when we get out of here, we don't get attacked by that black monster, because I'm tired of being in his prisons, so I'm gonna try to destroy it with some kind of weapon. And since I've almost collected the gunpowder, I now need to start getting sand. And how nice it is that I made a shovel ahead of time, because I knew this is how it was going to be. It's not long before the dynamite. The only thing that scares me more than anything is that while I'm trying to get out of this prison, that monster could start experimenting on girls. And that's really scary, because I will never forgive him for that, no matter what he does. Mikey, maybe you've come to your senses. I'd really appreciate it if you'd at least try to help me, but he's still not awake. Well, I'm sure when the dynamite goes off, Mikey will wake up right away. And by the way, since I already have all the ingredients, it's about time I made dynamite out of them, and something tells me I'm gonna have a lot more than one block. So
Booyah!
this is gonna be a really big explosion. Just as I thought, there are 4 whole blocks, so now I have to put them up and blow them up right away. Except I completely forgot about the lighter, but I'm glad this chamber even has silicon and iron for a lighter. And by the way, I feel like if I activate the dynamite with my hands, I could get really hurt from the explosion. So I'd better make a path of gunpowder and then set it on fire.
Whoa.
Then I can make a very safe explosion. As soon as I'm free, I need to run straight to Mikey and blow up his bars. Because that
No.
kind of loud noise is bound to send someone running in here, and I don't think I can beat them. And while I was getting out, I completely forgot that Mikey was on the top floor. But I have a harpoon, so it's no problem at all. Mikey, I hope you're back to full health, because this is gonna hurt. I'm gonna get you out of jail now, so you should be fine. But I still think there's a chance you'll explode too. That's when my plan doesn't go exactly as I envisioned it, but better safe than scared.
Boom, boom, boom!
JJ, thank you so much for saving me.
Booyah!
And I take it our adversary is right in front of us? So how would you feel about us taking him down?
Boom, boom, boom!
I think we can do it with this.
You know, I like that idea.
Yep,
Not
yep,
many
yep.
people in this world can take a direct hit from a missile. So all we have to do is collect all the shells and then release them.
Well, that's great. And I think we should start by attacking this shadow with our bare hands. And then when the fight starts, we can get
Whoa.
rocket launchers and destroy our enemy for good.
Well, it looks like we're all stronger than that monster. And what a powerful rocket launcher it is. I feel like it could take over the world. But now we have to run and save everyone who's left.
You're right. There are still so many villagers we can help.
Yes!